outline here. Okay. Well, in light of the recent COVID-19 epidemic, a lot of people, while they're stuck at home, like to get on social media, and I mean, what else can you do, when you're trying to quarantine yourself and stuff like that? Well, a lot of people look to social media for, a lot of their news, and then just to see what everybody else is doing stuck at home. And that's all well and good, there's nothing wrong with that in and of itself. But, after a while, being on your phone and looking at social media and things like that can affect your mental health, in a negative way. So today I'm gonna give you some examples of what it can do over time, and why you shouldn't spend too much time while you're stuck at home just on social media, sitting around all day. So I'm 26 years old. I'm a millennial, and I grew up in the rising age of social media. So I know all about social media. I tend to use it a few times a day myself. And, but I try to limit my use because I've noticed the certain things that I'm about to tell you that have impacted me in a negative way over time. One of them is my self-esteem, first of all. And the second is our memories, our attention span, and things like that. And it can even affect our sleep. It can disrupt our sleep, and which can lead to other mental health issues over time. So, regarding your self-esteem, I was online and I was looking at this article entitled "The Independent," and a woman named Stina Sanders gave her take on how too much social media affects her. She said, "I know from my experience I can get depressed when I see my friends' photos of a party that I didn't go to, and this in turn can make me feel quite lonely and anxious." So, things like that. You can be stuck at home, or you have work to do for your school and you're not able to go do those things, but then you look on social media and you see everybody else, what they're doing at the time. That can, that can trouble your mind a little bit. And then another thing is if you're kind of low on your budget at the moment, you don't have enough money to do certain things or get certain things you would like, and you get online and you see that somebody just bought a new boat or a new truck or something like that, that can also affect your self-esteem in a lot of ways. And so, but not only can it affect self-esteem, but it can also affect your memory. Like more specifically, your attention span. So like back in the day before any of the social media was big or anything, people, were more inclined to look people in the eye when they talk to them. Nowadays, people just have a tendency to just kind of look down, and they may be listening to the other person, but it's not the same on a personal level, and that's not a good thing. And another example is, just say you're on vacation, you go to the mountains, just to hike or sightsee or something like that. Well, your first inclination is, oh, I've got to take a picture of this and put it on Facebook. And that's great, I do that myself plenty of times. But just if you think about it, if you're looking at everything through a camera lens and you take a picture of it, you're not quite really remembering it the way it should be remembered, in my opinion. You take it home and you put it on your computer and put it on Facebook or whatever, but I can tell you from experience that a picture does not do the actual visual of your own eyes any justice. It really doesn't. And that leads me to my third issue that regarding your mental health with social media, and that is your sleep. And I've been known to do this frequently, almost every night actually. It'll be time to go to sleep, and I go to sleep, but I'm not really going to sleep, and I know I'm not, because I know I'm going to get on my phone and get on social media, or not even social media, but just your phone in general, and just in the light illuminating from your phone, like you can't get perfect sleep with that. Like no matter who you are, I mean you'll go to sleep, but it'll not be 100% sleep that you need to function, at your peak capacity the next day. And then even if you just say, well, I'm just going to be on there for 5 minutes and turn it off and go to bed, well, the fact that you did that for 5 minutes still disrupts the sleep that you could have already been having. And so those are just 3 ways that social media can affect you in a negative way, mentally. And like I said, it affects your self-esteem, it affects your memory and attention span, and it disrupts your sleep, which can in turn lead to other psychological problems if you don't get enough sleep, I can promise you. And so the point of me telling you all this is that I would like to ask you to limit your social media use to a healthy amount. Well, what is a healthy amount? Well, I guess it's different for everybody. Me personally, I would recommend that I myself spend like an hour or 2. Like in the morning, I get up before I go to work and look at social media for a minute, and that's it. I wouldn't mess with it, any further in the day, because it's just better overall to just see the world around you and interact with the people around you without having to look through it through a phone screen or computer screen. And I can promise you that if you do this, you will notice significant changes in your overall life, like physically and mentally. So just take that with you.